Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you just to be here with us. As you know, we are leading a mobile phone company based in Amsterdam in the Netherlands. So we need to set up an international team that who is going to work right now in that location. And I have pretty much some concerns about that. So please just keep in mind that we are going to follow some six specific points about that. The first one is just the team leader and his role. The second one is the role of meetings of each person right there. The third one is communication between team members. Number four is rewards and bonuses. Number five is cultural training programs. And the six, if you have another concern about that. So let's start with the first one. I would like to talk about the team leader and his role. For me, the team leader needs some specific characteristic. For example, he needs to direct the team and just put on to set the goals of the company. Do you have some ideas about that, Adriana?
From I absolutely convinced. Same team leader your project. Yeah. The team needs continuity to the project. In addition, the team knows its leader, so they will know how to face sudden changes.
Okay, thank you so much. Andres, do you have another point of view?
Yes, it's quite different because when leading a team, you need to have different perspectives, but one as one team, like one big decision, uh, gathering all others' opinions. So, for the best of the team and this issue in cross-cultural and the best for the company, I think that every 6 months, leaders should like take other places and their role can change from every 6 months to any other regional leader. So that's why I think the most fairest way to make a very democratic and participating decisions.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. But Mayra, do you have another different idea from that point?
I think that Andres has a good point. In theory, I do believe that changing and rotating team leaders may be beneficial for the team in two different ways. First of all, we would get fresh ideas and different approaches to reach our goals. And second of all, we would motivate the team as the member with the best performance in the previous year would be assuming the leading role for the next one. But I think it would be better for us to rotate leaders once a year, so we give each leader enough time to consolidate and start his ideas moving or get them moving before changing to a new perspective.
Well, actually, I don't have any problem with that view. I think that it could be a really good time for rotate at least once a year the team leader. In that way, we can just consolidate the experience of the team leader and just set up a really good team, a work team. Thank you so much. The second point that I want to discuss here is the role of meetings. So effective meetings don't just happen by change. We need a team leader that drive and plan and execute good meetings, effective meetings. So do you have some ideas about that, Andres?
Yes, I think for the best of the team and the accomplishment of the goals we propose for every region, there must be an initial face-to-face meeting so each leader can like have a coaching session with the team leader, so it will foster the opportunities and the motivation for the day by day work. So for me, face to face meetings are very important in order to reach the goals with a very good like control and these sessions of co-work. So it's the best way, I think.
Okay, thank you so much. It's a really, really interesting point of view. Adriana, do you have something to agree with that?
Well, the only thing I can add to that is the team leader is the head of the team. That's what I think. And therefore is in ability and have the skills to make decisions. That's what I think.
Okay, thank you so much. Mayra, do you have something to comment about this?
Well, actually, Andres's point is pretty much where I was where what I was thinking. But I believe that we shouldn't restrict ourselves to one face-to-face meeting at the beginning of the project, but we should try to get face-to-face meetings every 6 months to review the progress of the team. That way, the team leader would get a better sense of what is happening, and he can actually retrain or make adjustments to his team members in case we need them.
All right, there's a lot of truth about that. But I think that for run and effective mirrors, something that I really want to do is just get some responsibilities, and these responsibilities should be defined. For example, we need to um, name the meeting planner, the meeting coordinator, the meeting manager, and in this case, it should be our team leader, and some contributors. I mean, some experts from specific points in every meeting. So thank you so much. That's pretty much important. I'll take it in account just to make some decision. The point number three is the communication between team members. So for communication, as you said, some simple and effective ways to improve team communication could be, uh, some open or keep in mind an open door policy, for example. So the team leader must to uh, talk with his members to solve any problem in the company. So I really want to listen some ideas from you. So Mayra, do you want to start this time?
Yes, of course. I'm in complete agreement with what you were saying. I believe that not only direct communication between the team members and the leader should be motivated or encouraged. I believe that we should also encourage emailing between all team members to have immediate communication. But we also need to establish some rules and some procedures to avoid overlapping with time differences across the world, and take a little bit of control regarding the delay in responses.
Well, thank you so much. Pretty much interesting. Thank you so much. Andres, do you have a different idea about that?
Not so different. For sure, the communication is vital and so important. I think that in our like business, which is very fast decisions, you have to solve problems like in real time. So there's not enough time to make meetings or wait to, as you said, different times in each country to gather all together. So best way to communicate and solve problems, it's like writing an email or just like a video conference by the local leader with the team leader. So email and simple is best and less is more. So we can keep it simple, and email are just like the best for me to solve problems.
Well, thank you so much, Andres. Adriana, do you have something else for this point?
Well, if you ask me, I think it's important that all team members should have in-person meetings. In other words, face-to-face meetings at the beginning of each year to make a plan and schedule for next year. So they can discuss the strategies to put into practice from the beginning of the year.
Okay, some strategies at the beginning of the year. Yeah. Well, from my experience, I think that training about communication could be a really strategic point. I mean, just to make some connection between the team members and probably try to build the team spirit that could be a useful tool just to connect all the people and make communication just flow in the right way, just in the positive way. Thank you so much. The point number four, it's about rewards and bonuses. We are talking about here just thinking about as one of the financial issues of the company. We are talking about here money. So that's the first thing that coming to my mind. So do you have another ideas about that, Andres?
Yes, for sure. This is one of the most important items of the agenda because, um, as you know, I work for the Central America market, and this is a very competitive market. I am trying to promote the growth of our company within this market, but I need more, many more of your resources, your experience. So my team, my local team, is like really sort of new. So for us, rewards and benefits and compensation bonuses for achievement of goals, it's going to foster and promote like the motivation. So at least in my region, this is gonna be a very good thing to make our team work harder and achieve more results in the short term. So this is a very important issue in my region and my market in Central America.
Well, I don't have any problem with that, but we are talking about some bonuses like every 6 months or every year, something like that. Do you have a period of time with that idea?
Yes, we have a monthly um, like a score. So my team get points for every like monthly goals. So they're expecting to have like at the most 3 month like bonuses or something like that. So it's gonna be a trimester for us. It's gonna be a good idea to reward our local leaders in my region. So I will I will very grateful for that if we could like arrange something special for my region.
All right, I think so too. So thank you so much. Adriana, do you have another idea about this
Yeah,
topic?
well, not everyone will agree with me, but I suppose the team members should have an individual bonuses per year. I think this is a good way to motivate the team and it's not too expensive for the company.
Okay, okay. We need to set up a budget about that. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you so much. And Mayra, do you have another idea about this?
I believe that Adriana's point makes a lot of sense. And also Andres's one, but I believe that the problem with Andres's argument is that creating bonuses every month would be economically difficult to sustain. So I believe that we should come up with different bonus schemes depending on the team and the location. But we have to include both the leaders and the members of the team, and we should keep scores, as Andres said, but keep them for 6 months and then have bonuses every 6 months and not every month, because that would make it constant enough to keep the team motivated, but it will also make it far from each other enough to be economically sustainable.
Well, I'm in complete agreement. The only thing that I can add to that is we can not only think to reward some bonuses as a team, we can make some individual scores as well. So yeah, definitely we can make it at least every 3 to 4 months, or 2 times on the year. So it will depend on the company's budget, but definitely we are going to do that. Thank you so much. And the last point for the agenda today is the cultural training programs. As you know, we are going to set up an international team that they are handed a major project that will be last at least 3 years. So cultural shock, it's one of my main concerns. So do you have some ideas about that? I want to hear you from Adriana first, please.
All right. Personally speaking, I believe that all team members should have the same opportunity to improve their skills. So, from my point of view, they should receive the cultural training course in the Netherlands.
Okay, thank you so much. Andre, do you have something else to agree to this
Yes, I
point?
know this can like affect a little bit the budget, but for us in our region, team members are very like competitive. So this like our organizational structure, it's very like vertical. So sometimes the trainings don't come up to the bottom, to the base. So it's gonna be a good idea that all team members should attend to the cultural training because we have some phenomenon, the labor turnover. So every 6 or 7 months, there's a new local manager. So I prefer to have like a very strong team with very good skills. So we can reduce this labor turnover. So it's gonna be like something that motivates team members. And if we all go together, we can like work as a stronger team. So I think we should all attend to the cultural training course for sure.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. That matches with my own experience as well. Thank you so much. Mayra, do you have something else, some idea about this topic?
Yes, well, I absolutely agree with the fact that everybody should be trained in these cultural matters. But I also believe that economically it is difficult to sustain training everybody within the company. I believe that members of teams who have been in the company for longer than 3 years already know how these cultural differences work, as they have done it and worked with them so far. So I would recommend to send to the training only people who have been here less than 3 years, and for the first part of or the immediate training that we will have, and then start training only new members of the team. So or of course members who need to be retrained.
Okay, that might well be the case, but we can make just a small retraining too in the corporate or company culture, just to refresh and keep in mind the goals of the company. So thank you so much. If you do have another point to talk in this agenda, I'll be happy to hear from us, from you guys. Do you have something else?
No, not for me.
No, not for me.
So
No, we're
thank
fine.
you so much for your time, your collaboration, and your ideas, and see you tomorrow at the office.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
all.
Thank you very much.
Have a good evening. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.